Are you hearing me? I didn't hear anything you said. You sounded like a robot. Okay.
I think, hello, hello, Patrice.
Relationship coach. I can be now.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, I guess it's me okay. Not hearing you. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. The floor is yours now. Go ahead. Okay, alright then. Okay, good morning everyone. Good morning.
Good morning,
I hope
Patrice.
everyone,
Yes, how are you?
I am wonderful. I'm wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you for
Good
joining us.
morning. It's exciting.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me. It's exciting to be here this morning. It's 6 a.m. my time.
Oh,
So I'm
my.
usually up when it's.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. I'm a morning person. I am a morning person. So I like this time of the morning. So get into it. So I'm excited to share with you guys today, how do we begin? How do we move forward? I know Uche announced me, but she was a little bit robotic, so I just want to let you know I am a certified life and relationship coach. I am a certified life and relationship coach. I am from the Caribbean island of St. Kitts. I am the author of a book called Making It Work After an Affair, How to Heal, Rebuild, and Restructure Your Relationship after an affair. Is based on my knowledge and based on personal experience that I went through. So I'm super healing. There will be I'm super happy because there will be lots of healing, lots of enlightenment, and lots of knowledge. So I'll get to it after 5 minutes. Okay, so as the wall of Jericho fell, so did your relationship. And you never knew from whence the wind came. Everything you feared for in a relationship is now happening. It can be due to addiction, mental, emotional abuse, sex, slander of one's character, or even infidelity. You no longer feel the sensational high of being on the cloud of love. The person you are in a relationship with does not seem like the person you married or the person you started the relationship with. After all your prayers for finding a compatible mate, you're now regretting your prayers and even wondering if God was the one who answers or the evil one. When we enter into a relationship or when we get married, we
Are
plan
you
for a
recording?
good time,
Yes.
how to build and expand our empire. We basically develop a paintable business plan for our life and relationship. But we never focus on how to navigate our way out of the bad times. We do not develop a risk management plan or a conflict resolution plan or policy for our relationship. As a result, when life, natural disaster, and I do not know how to do it. I am in a storm that I've never faced before. I am standing in the middle of the mountain, climbing, going up to it, and I've never climbed it before. So you're telling me to do something, and you're not telling me how do I do it. So in order to forgive, we must become healed from the event. Forgiveness is just a branch of healing. You can never forgive until you fully close the wound in your heart and in your emotions. Emotional healing is the ability to take proper control of the painful thoughts, feelings, and emotions so they do not interfere with the present moment. Emotional healing is a process of accepting all the painful life experiences and negative emotional reaction which is generated from them. Emotional healing is understanding that we go through bad times in life, but instead of allowing the situation to make me broken and bitter and angry, I will use this unfortunate opportunity as a ladder to become a greater version of myself. When you're on the journey of emotional healing, when you are becoming healed, when you know that you are there, your mindset would start changing. You would start thinking of positive ways of how you can change this bad situation, how you can use this bad situation and excel in your life. For example, if you're in a financial drought, instead of saying, why me? Or when you're on the train of emotional healing, an emotional healed person or someone who is in the process of being emotional healed will not say, why me? Why has this happened to me? I have no money, nothing, everything is going wrong, everything is going wrong. An emotional healed person would say, what is it about me that I need changing? How can I better manage my money? I need to put a better savings plan in place. I need to have a better investment plan in place. I need to make sure that I have a rainy day fund. I need to cut back on my spending. I need to make sure that I have a budget. I need to make sure that I have the different things that I need so that if a storm comes, even though I may be hit, I may not be go down to the ground. And that is the mind of an emotional person. Another example is someone who is on the journey or who is emotional heal. If you've experienced infidelity like myself, instead of saying, why me? Or seeing that your husband or your wife is the worst person in the world, you would think of the situation like, how can I use the situation to become greater? How is it that I contributed to the situation? I am not saying that you are the cause that the person committed infidelity, but you have control over your emotions and your actions. You cannot control what the person does. So if that person commits an act towards you that brings pains to you, you can introspect yourself. You can do some self-examination. Look at how you're responding to the situation. Examine yourself. Is my approach to the situation bringing healing? Is my approach to the situation being a profitable one that is going to lead to happiness, restoration? How is it that I can change my character? Is it something that I said? How is it that I treat other persons? What is my mindset towards the situation? How can I become a better person out of this? When I started my journey of emotional healing, which took me 4 years, by the way, because I went into that place and I was in that place because I felt like I was entitled to the hurt. I felt like I was entitled to the unforgiveness and I didn't want to let it go. And it came to a place where for 2 years, I was just constantly living in a pain, in a river of pain, a river of turmoil. And then I reached one day and I said, you know what, God, I've known you for some time and I know that we are good. I literally speak to God like we're friends. And I think that is why I am so successful on my Christian and my personal relationship with God, because I speak to him as someone who is next to me. And I said, Papa, I know that you wouldn't allow me to go through this situation just to kill me, but there must be a purpose in this. You're trying to get my attention. What is it you're trying to teach me out of this? What is it I am supposed to learn? And on the journey of emotional healing to forgiveness, I found my purpose. So I not only learned to forgive my husband, I did not only repair my relationship, but I found my purpose. So there was so much great things. There was this storm was so profitable. And sometimes we need to look at storms as that. I found my purpose, which is to be a transformer, a life healer, a relationship healer. I took advantage of an unfortunate situation, which I like to call unfortunate opportunity, to practice introspection, to remove my limiting behavior and mindset, because it was all the way that I am. And in my culture, like I said, we women, we are dominant. We run the household, we run the finances, we raise the children. The only thing the man do is bring home his paycheck. So we are the one who run things, and that is in my culture. And it was my way or the highway. It was like this for years because my previous relationship allowed me to behave this way. And on the journey of emotional healing, I was able to transform my character. I became a brand new person. I became considerate. I became understanding. I see things now from the lens of love. I no longer see through the lens of fear. I see through the lens of positivity. My vision towards others changed. I just want you to know that trials does not come to kill you, but they come to take you to the next level. Whatever you're going through in your relationship or even in your life right now, it is not to kill you, but it's to transform you. It is to take you to the next level. It is to bring healing. It is to bring rebirth. Another way of dealing with unforgiveness and becoming whole is learning to deal with triggers. To become emotional healed, you must learn how to deal with triggers. You must learn how to deal with those flashbacks that you are going to have of that event that hurt you. The unforgiving event will replay itself constantly in your mind,
Hello?
giving you the feeling that what has happened in the past is currently taking place. When you are feeling triggered or thoughts of the event, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Someone is speaking. Can you mute your mic? Moderator, can you mute your mic? When you're feeling triggered or thoughts of the event are taking place in your mind, give yourself a pep talk. Remind yourself that what you think is happening or what you sense has happened is not happening right now. What you are feeling is a facade. When I started practicing this very important tool, when I started using this tool to become healed so that I can fully forgive my husband, I literally had to go and look at myself in the mirror. And I would be like, Patrice, calm down, take it easy. Your husband is just in the bathroom on the phone. He's not cheating or anything of such sort, because any little thing would remind you to the event and you would link it to that event. And I had to tell myself, your husband is not cheating. He's just in the bathroom on his phone. This is not going on. Or if I am driving and I just had a flashback, because sometimes the thoughts would come out of nowhere. And when the thoughts come, the feeling comes along with it. And you are feeling that, hey, my God, this thing is happening right now. You start feeling sad. You start feeling angry. You start feeling hurt. You start getting upset. And this is where you said, what you're feeling right now, it is not real. I am driving. My husband is at work, or my husband is at home. My wife is at work, or my wife is at home. It is not happening. That is the past. It is not the present moment. You literally have to speak these things out loud so that you can hear yourself saying it, because sometimes when we just play our thoughts internally, it doesn't really have that much impact. But when you're hearing it, that is why it is, you have to protect your ears. So you have to speak it out loud. And if the thoughts become too much, because sometimes they will come at you like a big truck on a small car, And you will just have to pull over. Just take 5 minutes and meditate. Play a commentary. Calm your mind down. And just let yourself know that it is not happening. I am just feeling something that is not real. And once you're able to calm your mind, then you're able to take an inventory of your thoughts. You're able to take an inventory of your emotions. And then you would realize that, oh my God, it's not real. Then you'll call your spouse and they'll be like, oh, hon, I am at work. I am home here in the house. And you'll be like, oh my God. Imagine if you had made a decision off of that, off of that feeling that is not real, off of that facade. And most persons get stuck here and they're never able to forgive their partners. They're never able to repair their relationship because they are making present day situation off of the past. And as I was saying, that most persons get stuck here because they're never able to heal and forgive their partner because they relive the event mentally and make present day decisions based on those feelings that are triggering them, which negatively affect their present relationship. You must gain control of your thoughts. You are the master of your thoughts, and you are the creator of your thoughts. Another step of healing, and what is very important in this is more than healing and rebuild, this is about rebuilding your relationship, is respecting each other's individuality. We are two different persons, and I know the Bible teaches us that when we become married, we become one. And that is true to a certain extent. But we are still two separate human beings in two separate bodies with separate thoughts, separate dreams, separate desires, separate feelings, separate response to situations. One of the things that causes a lot of pain is not understanding why your partner did what they did. And you become even more hurt if both of you are in the same situation and they took a different approach from you. It is imperative that we understand that we are two different persons coming together, joining as one as much as possible. When we understand and respect that our spouse is a separate human being from us, this will bring great healing that will lead to great forgiveness. Because you now know who they are and you accept them for who they are, meaning that I see you, I know your flaws, and I know your weakness. Accepting someone is not saying that you are giving them an okay for the wrong that they have done, but you're saying that I see you, I know your flaws, and I accept them. However, I am not allowing your flaws and weaknesses to have a negative impact on my emotions. So if your spouse lies a lot, or they've committed infidelity in the past, or in some cases, infidelity is ongoing, as long as you choose to be with that person, you should accept them for who they are, meaning that you do not allow their negative behavior to dictate how you feel. Their actions should not have a strong hold on your emotions. Because I want you to remember what I said earlier. You are the creator and the master of your emotions. You choose what gets you upset. You choose what makes you angry. You choose what makes you happy. Anything external of you do not have the power to tell you how to feel, influence it. They can try to guide it, but at the end of the day, you have the final decision on what is going to affect your emotions. We must understand when we're in a relationship that we all respond to situations differently. The approach you take to resolve a conflict is not the same approach your husband will take. Can everyone mute their mics, please? Sometimes there is still something beyond what you are seeing in your civilian eyes. When someone cheats and it does not align with who they are and it's not their normal response, when someone is behaving in a way that is not their normal way, this is an indication that there is something much more that they're dealing with. There's a pain that is much more. When my husband cheated, this is out of his character. This is not who he is. He is a man of character, a man of integrity, a faithful man. But because I could not see that at the time, is after I became a life coach, I was able to understand that there's more behind his actions, that his action of infidelity was just a symptom of a much more deeper pain. As I mentioned earlier, in when I started, I said that our marriage was very hard in the beginning. We were trying so hard to fuse at once. I had my fiery character. We were dealing with different things. And I said something to him one day that really damaged him, that really took a toll on his self-esteem. And he has never been with a woman who would speak to him the way that I would, because remember, I told you in our culture, women are dominant. We do not have that great type of respect and reverence that in other countries, such as on the continent of Africa and on other continents, that great reverence you have for your men. We do not have that for our men. It's something that hurt him to the core. And that thing, he was trying to let me know that he is in pain, but I was also in pain and I was not listening. And as Mikey said earlier, communication is important. And a part of communicating is active listening. And because I wasn't actively listening to my husband's pain, his pain showed themselves in another way.
Same here, ma.
When you are healed, you possess the ability to communicate your emotions in a non-destructive manner towards your partner. You are also able to actively listen to what they are expressing to you, thus removing misunderstanding or preconceived notions. You cannot forgive your spouse when you're still swallowed in pain. Forgiveness comes when your heart, mind, and emotions are mended. It is possible to forgive and forget when you have become healed. As you can tell, I am fully healed from my personal experience that I endure in my marriage. I tell my husband now, and I've been telling people, we're now in our honeymoon phase. We are now enjoying that blissful love and that happiness and that fullness that marriage brings. We didn't have that for the first 5 years of our marriage. And I am so fortunate that I was able to go through that storm and I was able to overcome. I was able to heal my marriage. I was able to restore the joy and restructure my marriage that in a way it can withstand any storm. And you would hear some persons say that your relationship will never be the same. And that is true, because my relationship will never be the same because it is so much more better. It's even better than when we were dating. And that is because I became healed. I learned how to deal with my triggers. I forgave my husband. We must also remember when we say that we love someone, that you are accepting them with their flaws. You are understanding that we are all on a journey of becoming a greater version of ourselves. And I want you to remember that only you can dictate and stop you. And as I said, I wrote a book called Making It Work After an Affair: How to Heal, Rebuild, and Restore. It's available on Amazon, or if you're interested, you can let me know and I will send you the payment link. It is only $40 EC. I don't know how much that is in Naira, but I'm assuming it's not much. And I would send you an e-copy of it today so that you can learn how to heal. You can learn how to deal with triggers. And these are professional tools that you are going to heal. When you see celebrities that they go through infidelity and they're able to overcome, the information that they use to repair their relationship, it's in here. Because when you go to a certified counselor or certified coach, they give you professional tools that helps you to rebuild and restore and restructure. So get your copy today, and you can check out my social media handles. They're all Patrice Opry. So I want to thank you again, Maggie, for inviting me. I am so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be a part of the event. I hope that this was very impactful and profound, and there are going to be a lot more healing, and persons are going to start if you have not started the journey of healing already. So, moderator, I will give it over to you now.
Well, thank you so much, Madam Patrice Ofrey. I'm so sorry, first of all, to have joined a little bit late. Now I know that I'm in the right place. The reconciler is in the right place. And I must say a big thank you to Madam Margaret to have, brought great women such as Patrice, and we still have one more speaker to go. Now I know that I can never miss it in marriage to be in company of great women such as you. Patrice, thank you so much. Thank you. We are so grateful. Madam Patrice is a certified relationship coach who uses her personal experience and formal education to guide individuals and couples to have a happy, sustainable relationship. She teaches couples how to overcome the pain, betrayal of infidelity, and how to restore and restructure their relationship for an eternal happiness. And she just added one more. She's a writer, and we have seen her book. Thank you so much. We are so grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.